2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the WNBA.
Hello and welcome. It's the WNBA here on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Seattle Storm going up against the Las Vegas Aces. Alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us. It'll be the Storm off the tip. Outside Lloyd. Back to Stewart. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break, Las Vegas. Pass to McBride. Back to Young. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
A skilled ball handler. Young can slice and dice the D up with the dish or the score. Tough cover in the pick and roll game.
Shot's good by Clark.
That's just a defensive breakdown. I mean, she is not the player you want to leave open from the perimeter.
Left side, Young. McBride outside. Back to Young. The shot's good. Keila McBride making the play.
You sit back and enjoy the poise from Young. Maybe not the highest percentage shot with the contact, but she still sinks it. That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
Outside Young. Pass to Cambage. Back to Young. Now here's Wilson. 4 on the shot clock. 2 points. That one goes in.
Yeah, Young is such an effective ball handler. Spots the wide open shooter and passes the rock.
And here's Clark. Stewart. She's guarded by Wilson. Stewart misses.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Finished off the break.
3 of 4 from the floor to start, and that's a good sign.
Here's Young. Throws it up high. Stewart with the ball. Here's Clark. And the Storm, another 3.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Wilson with the bucket.
4 makes on 4 shots. Everything is falling for them early.
Goes up from the top of the key. Bird, no good.
The defense can't make a habit of giving her that shot. She just doesn't miss many of them.
And Sue Bird picks up the foul. That's her first foul. Here's Plum. Pass to Wilson. Here's Cambage. Three-pointer, Kelsey Plum. Sinks the three-pointer.
One of the best skills Plum has, her release. It's so fast, especially off the feed.
Here's Stewart. The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play. Las Vegas trailing. Outside Plum. And the Aces, another 3.
Well, over the course of her career, Plum's three-point percentage has significantly increased.
Pass to Howard. Back to Lloyd. Canada. Stewart with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Got it for her 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The will, the desire. When Stewart is locked in offensively, there's little you can do to stop her.
Down low. Here's Cambage. And she gets the bucket.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Seattle calls timeout.
Yeah, coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
So both teams changing it up here. Langhorn gets the bucket.
Get open, Canada will find you. One of the best pure passers in the league.
Outside Plum. It's Danielle Robinson on the wing. The three. And the aces, another three.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Now here's Whitcomb. Outside Canada. Got a piece of it. Kelsey Plum with a steal. Fast break, here we go. Yep, that one goes.
Put herself in a great position to finish that break off.
Yeah, and that right there is just a great read of how the play was developing and where the ball was going.
Such high basketball IQ.
Drills the three-pointer.
Both teams on fire right now from the opening tip.
This is going to be an entertaining game of basketball today, folks. I think that much is obvious.
Get your popcorn ready.
And there's the foul called on Whitcomb. That is her first foul of the game. Outside Plum.
A lockdown perimeter defender. Canada has been named all defensive team in this league. Gives her all defensively every possession.
Prince's shot's good.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
Here's Canada. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Prince. Lets the three fly. Liz Cambage with the rebound. She's getting her first free throw attempts of the night. And the first one falls for her.
For her position, Cambage actually hits free throws at a pretty high rate. She's worked hard to expand her game.
Prince. She's guarded by Plum. Here's Prince. On the wing, Sammy Whitcomb. Outside Canada. Pass to Russell. Canada. Beyond the arc. And Sammy Whitcomb gets the three.
A dynamic playmaker. Canada actually averages more assists than made hoops. The true sign of a pure pass-first point.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter in a tie. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
It's been a solid first half for them offensively, really in tune with each other.
Yeah, good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard for sure.
Pass to Plum. Shoots the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Few players can light it up like Plum. Back in college at Washington, she had 57 the night she set the college scoring record. How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
Been a lot of fun to watch.
Erica Hamby on the wing. No good with the triple. Here's Prince. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Kelsey Plum. Again, Kelsey Plum missing.
Well, you could see it in her eyes. She wanted to return the favor with that three, but she just couldn't get it to go.
Hamby. Here's Park. Here's Cambage. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line. That one on Langhorn.
Tough to put good coverage on Cambage. She plays right into the defender and draws the foul.
And this is her second trip to the line tonight. And she makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And she makes both free throws. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Brianna Stewart from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Natasha Howard.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looked shell-shocked.
And now that they're rolling from out there, you've got to get it in their jersey and try to deny those looks.
Especially how well people shoot threes these days. I'll bet her percentage is pretty high from that range.
Seattle leading. Pass to Bird. Three-pointer. And Cambage pulls it down. Outside Young. Poked loose. Gambage with it. McCautry outside. Now McBride out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Wilson with it. McCautry. She's covered by Clark. The 3-ball. And Kayla McBride with the 3.
An elite shooter with all-star caliber stats. McBride is nothing short of a treat to watch.
And here's Sue Bird outside. Rebound by the Aces.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open. Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
Yeah, I think the coach is trying to take the wind out of their sails here. They're on the wrong end of a run and need to sort things out offensively and defensively.
Yeah, things were starting to spiral out of control on them a little bit, and a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Yeah, exactly, Brian. Three-pointers keep dropping. You sense the frustration mounting for these defenders, their coaches, their fans, everyone.
Yeah, they just have not been able to take that shot away.
Here's Young. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
The top overall pick of the draft by Las Vegas in 2019, Jackie Young came out of college early, becoming the 3rd junior to ever be taken with the top pick after Candace Parker and Jewel Lloyd.
And so she hits both.
And they're getting more free throw points here in the second quarter.
One of the reasons they're in front right now, definitely.
Clark, and a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
Boy, Brian, that's 5 straight made three-pointers. The defense giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just aren't figuring it out.
You go out there and tell them, Brian.
Okay, maybe I will.
Alicia Clark on the wing. Lloyd up top. Pass to Canada. Lloyd. Stewart. McBride covering. Lloyd from long range. And again, Seattle with the triple.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from beyond the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get going, then you're in trouble because they can hit even when they're well defended.
Gambage, good.
With the tendency to get hot and keep it rolling, Cambage's teammates should keep feeding her the rock.
Back to Clark. Pass to Howard. Clark, left side, Stewart. Clark outside. Stewart, she's guarded by Wilson. And she comes up with the deuce.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the Storm making a change here. And the Aces call time here. We've seen Breanna Stewart really having a great game.
She's been attacking the rim with force. They need to deny her the ball in the paint, keep her away from the bucket.
Pass to Wilson. Back to Plum. McCautry. Rejected by Alicia Clark.
If Clark continues to develop her defensive instincts, blocking shots will become second nature to her.
Stewart. She's guarded by Wilson. Stewart with the bucket.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Outside Plum. The Aces with another miss. Pass to Canada. Expanding her range. The shot, no good. So Las Vegas will take it the other way. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
And a chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
And I'm not a genius like Brian, but if I'm them, I'd try for that.
Give yourself some credit, Tim. You're pretty smart. McBride with the ball. Whitcomb covering.
A shooter who doesn't really need much space to be effective. McBride has a quick and accurate release.
Stewart. Asia Wilson grabs the board. Las Vegas trailing. Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. Whitcomb grabs the miss.
Yeah, I'll tell you, her three-point shot has looked pretty bad here in the second half. She's trying to shoot her way out of this slump, but I think she's got to give it a rest and try something else.
McBride, right side. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Storm. Here's Canada. Oh, no good, trying to beat the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. Storm out in front, leading by 3. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. What a game we're seeing from Breanna Stewart.
She is such a dynamic scorer. That much we know. And her talent really was on full display in the first half.
Yeah, look, there's no way around it. She's a hard player to keep down, and so far, they haven't found the answer for her, and there might not be one.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewel Lloyd.
You know, the D pays so much attention to Lloyd, it allows others to get open looks. One reason Lloyd is a valuable offensive talent.
Jackie Young drives in. Wilson. And Breanna Stewart with the block. Bird guarded by Young. Bird no good. Breanna Stewart with the steal. That one goes in.
It's nice to see elite scorers like Stewart create for others, because despite her skill set, she understands it's a team game.
Now here's Young. She's covered by Clark. Young shot's good.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Bird outside. Stewart. She's guarded by Wilson. That kick out to Bird. Launches 3. Nailed from three-point land.
They're doing some work here in the second half. 3 for 4 from the floor.
And the Aces with possession. Trailing here by 8. Here's Young. And Jewel Lloyd pulls it down.
They start the second half 1 for 4.
To the inside. Howard uses the glass to finish the layup.
An attentive player who sees the floor well, Clark really understands how to distribute the rock.
Here's Young. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Now a timeout called by Seattle. Here's Seattle. From deep, Sue Bird. And the Storm, another 3.
Getting a defender on her heels. Bird has done this so many times. The control to just stop and pop, leaving the D in the dust.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Bird, guarded by Young. A nice shot by Stewart.
Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today, and really without her, they might not have the lead right now.
To the paint, Wilson. And they're going to count the bucket and send her to the line. It will be a three-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Number 1 picks in the draft face a lot of pressure, but Wilson is laser focused and has remained composed.
Here's Stewart, and she gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
Pass to Hamby. Now Wilson. Teardrop shot. Stewart grabs the miss. Now here's Langhorne. Bird, Robinson covering. Breanna Stewart from outside, and the Storm, another 3.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there. They continue to get it inside. The defense struggling to just contain them.
And look, when you make 5 in a row from in tight like they have, it also just takes pressure off of your perimeter guys.
Great point.
We've seen an obvious improvement out of her since halftime, and she just didn't really have a whole lot working for her in the first half.
Bird, Robinson covering. Here's Stewart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewel Lloyd.
She has been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Hamby. Buries it down low.
There's a reason Hamby shoots such a high percentage. She's intelligent at knowing how to score inside.
Langhorn outside. Bird. Stewart. She's guarded by Wilson. Stewart inside. Working on Wilson. And it's Stewart missing. McBride outside. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt right there. Here's Howard. Banked in off the glass.
Getting easy buckets for teammates. That's what Sue Bird does, and she's been doing it for a long time.
Timeout called the Aces. We've seen Breanna Stewart really having a great game.
She continues to burn them with her scoring. The coaching staff is going to have to come up with a different defensive approach.
And here is Robinson. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Pass to Park. Back to Plum. This one for 3. Make it 5 for 10 for her with that bucket.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
And it's Prince missing. Here's Las Vegas. Now Robinson. McBride. Here's Plum. It is good, and it is her 6th make against 11 attempts.
Love the selfless, intelligent play by Hamby. Puts the ball into the wide open shooter's hands.
Back to Canada. Prince. Pass to Russell. Lays it up and banks it in.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Everybody always thinks it's passing that gets you assists, but also their movement off the ball, it's created those opportunities.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up some points. It's the Storm up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And while we have the chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
She showed us she's got a little point guard in her with this tremendous setup.
That was a terrific pass no matter what position it came from, but it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by her.
Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Back to Clark. Whitcomb, covered by McCautry. Pass to Clark. Shot clock at 5. Fires from the corner, and they pick up 2.
A well-rounded offensive identity is really what makes Clark a threat to score anytime she's on the court.
And here's Cambage. Outside Young. Not gonna go that time. Now Seattle takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
On the drive, Canada almost looks unstoppable. Defense trying to play her tough, but she picks up a foul.
First free throw is good. And so she makes both from the line.
After a solid 2018 rookie campaign, Jordan Canada exploded in 2019, year 2, with the Seattle Storm, ranking top 10 in assists offensively. Plus, she was named to the all-defensive team.
That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
Good job there. That's the definition of the inside-outside game.
Young, guarded by Canada. And the call will be against Cambage. That's her first foul.
Yeah, and after a first half where she had just 1 turnover, things have changed in the second. They're starting to pile up on her.
Here's Clark. And the Storm, another 3.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Tipped away. Jordan Canada with the steal. Finished off the break.
Not only does Canada get the theft, she also starts the break with her passing.
This Aces squad struggling. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Now Young. She lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pass to Hamby. Back to Plum. Shot clock at 2. It's stolen by Howard. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. She's guarded by Plum. Back to Russell. Canada. Clark outside. And again, Seattle with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the three-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
There's the block.
Flashing her potential as a shot blocker. It's nice to see Russell read and react to opponents.
So both teams making some changes here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Bucket is good.
She's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. She can bring them back into this.
To the middle. Stewart. And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw.
When you think of Brianna Stewart, you think winner. She won 4 college championships, has an Olympic gold medal, and a WNBA title.
Here's the break. Lloyd up top. Alicia Clark on the wing. Pass to Howard. Lloyd. McBride covering. Here's Stewart. Rebound by the Aces. Fast break, Las Vegas. Jordan Canada with the steal. Out to Howard. Clark outside. Canada. Now here is Stewart. She's guarded by Wilson. From the wing. Stewart can't hit. Outside Young. Pass to Cambage. Young. That's tipped and stolen by Canada. Here's Howard. Stewart. McBride covering. Now here is Stewart. She's guarded closely.
I mean, it would have been something to see her hit all the way back there.
There aren't many players that can hit from out there, but she's definitely one of them.
First personal foul. Shooting for your Las Vegas Aces.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And good on both. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Storm will get the ball here.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
Russell, defended by Swords. Here's Tuck. Kept alive. From the arc. And again, it's the Storm missing. Pass to Hamby. Here's Allen. The Aces with another miss.
That's a look you can't pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Sinks the triple.
They are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's just putting it mildly, Tim. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on their opponents with the triple.
And there's no better time, Brian, to hit threes than in the fourth quarter.
Pass to Russell. Prince. The three-pointer, no good. Rogers with it. She's against Russell. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Tuck. Now Lloyd. Rogers defending. And Epiphany Prince with the three.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
And she lobs up toward the rim. It's stolen by Langhorne. There's the triple. Rebound by the Aces. Here's Allen. Inside.
Stupendous. Save that one. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful. Give it to us over and over again.
Can we see it again?
Please, can we see it again? I mean, you are not going to top that alley-oop.
From deep. No good. And so Seattle takes this one by a big margin.